This morning's reflection had a selection of, on the face of it, tricky passages. The first I read was Revelation chapter 14, verse 14 to the end, and chapter 15. That was too much for me to get to grips with. Revelation, if I'm honest, has always been a book too far. Perhaps if we're still doing these reflections in a few years' time, I can return and conquer it. Isaiah chapter 40, verses 12 to 26, on the other hand, spoke to my heart. I have a friend at work. Indeed, he was my supervisor, my mentor, if you like, for the first 3 years after I became a barrister, which has just ended really. We're close. A week last Friday, his middle daughter died, finally succumbing to cancer and leaving behind in their care her own 6-year-old daughter. I finally emailed a friend last Saturday, and in the email, amongst various things, wrote this: "At such a time, no one knows what to say, and as a Christian, I'm no better off finding what has happened to you to be a great challenge to my faith. I believe that Lucy is in a better place now and at peace." And I stand by those words. I do believe, of course. I do believe in heaven. I do believe and I pray that she's there. But I do find such cruel events in human life a challenge to my faith. Why should this happen to my friend? Why his daughter? What could her daughter, his granddaughter, possibly gain in this situation? What could be the plan? And at these times, all I have and what I retreat to is that God is far more than this earth, far more than me, far more than anything I can understand, vast, unimaginable, and with our design, which we cannot comprehend. In the passage, in the reflection, Isaiah speaks of the scale of our God when he wrote these words: "Who is my equal, says the Holy One. Lift up your eyes and look at the heavens. Who created these? He who brings out the starry host one by one and calls forth each of them by name." And slightly earlier in the passage he'd written, "He stretches out the heavens like a canopy and spreads them out like a tent to live in." Isaiah, who had met with God, gives us good evidence of the scale beyond our comprehending. And of course, I think about events like these, if anyone else, and we all experience them, has a better comprehension of reasoning, then I, for one, would be more than happy to hear it. Welcome all perspectives. As for God having a plan right now, it's not easy to see. But certainly, if not a plan, I'm reminded by these passages, perhaps at least a light. Another passage in the reflection was Psalm 97, and it included these words: "Fire goes before him, his lightning lights up the world." And with those words reminded me of one of the songs we sing, a song I enjoy, "My Lighthouse," with the chorus: "My lighthouse, shining in the darkness, I will follow you. My lighthouse, I will trust the promise. You will carry me safe to shore. I love that song. I love that image. It speaks to me about where I am in those difficult moments in life, in the stormy seas that surround us, surrounding my friend and his family too. At those times of trouble, our God is the lighthouse, fixed, guiding us home, guiding us to a place of safety. I was told of a little story that happened a few days after this terrible news. My friend's granddaughter was looking out the window, looking into the distance. When asked what she was doing, she said, "I'm looking to see if I can see heaven." Good advice, I thought. Good advice to all of us, to keep our eyes at times of trouble fixed on heaven, keep our heads above water, focus on God, the light of the world. So at times of trouble, it seems to me there is always God to cling on to and his light to follow in the darkness. Even if that's all we have, it's enough together with our faith. And so I say this prayer: Dear Lord, I don't know why my friend's daughter died. I do not understand why terrible things continue to happen. I do know that you are beyond my comprehension. There is something far bigger happening than my imagining. To me and to all those struggling today, I pray to you, Lord, sustain our faith. Give us the strength we need to keep our eyes on you and reach the shore. Amen.